Okay, the game is now stable enough. Performance is good enough. I'm going to stream my evolution simulation game The Sapling to Twitch.
For 1 full month, 24/7.
For those of you new here, this is evolution simulation game The Sapling, my solo indie game project. There are scenarios tasking you to design an ecosystem that meets specific requirements, but there's also a sandbox where you can build your own algae, plants and animals, turn on random mutations and see how they evolve. Some of you might know that I actually tried a live stream before. I just added a basic plant and animal, turned on random mutations and streamed what happened, and got rather disappointing viewer counts.
I have now identified 3 mistakes that I've made, which I think made the live stream less engaging to watch. At least not compared to the summary videos, which hundreds of thousands of people watched. And I think I now have solutions to all 3 of them.
To fully understand why I want to do this in the first place, we need to go back to February 12, 2014, the day Twitch Plays Pokémon began. Twitch Plays Pokémon was itself inspired by Salty Bet, a stream that allowed viewers to interact by placing bets on AI-controlled Mugen matches. For those unfamiliar, Mugen is a fighting game emulator that pits various fighting game and pop culture characters against each other. And while spectators don't directly control the actions, they can wager virtual currency on the randomized outcome of each fight. Twitch Plays Pokémon takes this concept a step further by allowing viewers to control the game by typing commands into the chat. Essentially, the whole community is playing one game together, and this took off. For the first 9 hours, the stream averaged around 30 to 50 viewers, but it quickly exploded after that. By the 3rd day, total viewership had soared to around 175,000.
I remember learning about this project around the time that the community managed to beat the first gym leader, and it gave me the same feeling I had when I first watched Will Wright present Spore at GDC 2005. To me, there is something magical about watching an event unfold in real time together with thousands of other people.
Already for quite a while, I have felt this idea has far more potential than just one game. So naturally, I wanted to do something similar with my own game too. In the first big update, the Flower update, I introduced a larger sandbox map, allowing the evolution of larger, more complex and more interesting ecosystems, and just streamed it. It never caught on. Back then I didn't really understand why, but I do have some theories right now, which I'll explain in a minute. It was quite a bit of work to set it all up though, so to make sure all that effort didn't go to waste, I decided to upload a summary video of the stream to YouTube. That way, at the very least, those who missed the stream could still experience the short, more efficient version. This summary video performed surprisingly well, just like the one for the Fight and Flight update after that. Because of this success, I even shifted the game's focus more towards sandbox mode, and eventually I dropped the livestream component entirely for the Evolution Simulated series, where I simply narrate what happens in the sandbox. Okay, that's enough history for today, let's fast forward to the present. Since the last devlog series, I've been working around the clock to make the game stable enough to run for days without crashing. And I made 2 major discoveries. Firstly, I further refined the plant optimization idea I presented in the last devlog, and I also applied this idea to animals. I don't know if you tried, but for me the difference is huge. Secondly, as an experiment, I compiled a list of the most elusive bugs, those I struggle to reproduce, along with a cash reward for anyone who can provide clear step-by-step instructions to trigger them. The response was phenomenal. Not only did countless players reach out with the precise reproduction steps I needed, it also made many more players realize that reproduction steps is what I need to make the game more stable. So I got even more high quality bug reports about other problems by generous players who just wanted to help.
As a result, the game is smoother and more stable now than it has ever been. And with all of this stability in place, I can't shake off the feeling that this old Twitch livestream idea has potential. But how do I unlock it? Look, I understand my game doesn't have the broad appeal of games like Pokémon, but I think I should be able to get the attention of people like you, who watch this video until here.
I have to figure out why people who are interested in this game watch the summary videos, but not the live stream. What do these summary videos have that the live stream doesn't?
So, like I said, I have 3 theories and a solution for each of them.
A large part of the time, during the live stream, the camera wasn't filming the most interesting parts of the map, so viewers needed a lot of patience to be able to understand what was going on. The camera flew a preset route from static point to static point, and of course I carefully picked locations where interesting action was to be expected, but in the end you could watch the stream for 20 minutes without seeing anything interesting, and with no indication that this would change anytime soon. My solution here is to hand over the camera control to the viewers. At the start, the game will cycle through a number of preset camera angles, but I've created a Twitch plugin that allows you to upvote or downvote camera positions. And the plugin even allows you to propose new camera positions, giving even more control over what gets shown. Theory 2, it was hard to understand what you were looking at. Playing the sandbox with random mutations turned on is, at least to me, interesting because you can study the ecosystem that emerged and you know how it came to be, the whole historical aspect of it. But with the previous live streams, even if the camera actually was pointed at the most interesting parts of the map, you just saw weird looking plants and weird looking animals moving around. Unless you were constantly watching, which nobody was, there wasn't really a way to understand the current ecosystem, let alone how it evolved in the days before. Therefore, I've made another Twitch plugin to list the names of organisms recently shown, along with links to the player-maintained wiki. At the start, these links will be dead, but I plan to add some basic information there and hopefully some other generous viewers will help out. Theory 3. A major advantage of a video over a live stream is that you can follow an evolution simulation with very little effort, you just have to keep watching. I think it's essential to somehow add a low effort way to follow the live stream as well, and for a long time I didn't really know how to approach that. But then I came across Statsville, an Instagram account where you can watch an imaginary city grow. I think it's no longer active, but the idea is that every subscriber is seen as one citizen, called a statizen, and the creator publishes short animations to showcase what the city looks like that day. Following the city is effortless. All you have to do is subscribe. Shorts, of course, I can create as well. In terms of writing and editing, I'm drawing heavy inspiration from the style of YouTube channel Natural World Facts, which, given its incredible subscriber count, you've probably heard of.
The presence of this marine snow gives rise to a unique niche that animals can exploit, and the great expanse of gloom brings forth the weird and wonderful. Many of these treasures are gelatinous zooplankton, swept by deep currents and unable to move against them.
I've made a mock-up to get a sense of what the shorts will be. Have a look.
Tototus, a newly evolved grazer in our evolution simulation livestream. It inhabits the wetlands north of the eastern island, where it split from a family of similar grass-eating animals on February 28th. Its diet sets it apart, however. It feeds primarily on seagrass underwater. While being born from eggs laid beneath the surface is common among its herbivorous relatives, Tototus is the first to take the plunge completely. Its paws have evolved into flippers, so it can navigate the shallows efficiently. But what will this surge in underwater eggs mean for the egg predators lurking in the seagrass? Follow the evolution of an ecosystem right now on Twitch.
And if you now think to yourself, wow, even the voice sounds like Natural World Facts, you're right. I've reached out to Leo, the creator and voice behind the channel, and he responded with an excited yes within an hour or so. Outsourcing the voiceover has another big advantage. It will save me a ton of time recording. And editing. Because English is not my native language, my own voiceovers often require piecing together 6 different takes or so to get it right. Anyway, like I said, the main goal of these shorts is to provide an easy way to follow the livestream, as if it's a summary video cut into small pieces. But at the same time, I also kinda hope to grow the community with this streaming project, like the livestream summary videos and Evolution Simulated videos always do. I am personally so close to this project that I lost all ability to predict how people who don't know the game will react to a short like this, so if you have any thoughts on that, let me know in the comments. Some strategies that I have come up with myself are using other platforms besides YouTube like Instagram and TikTok, mentioning the exact birth date, emphasizing that this is something ongoing in real time, and writing the voiceover to form a perfect loop, encouraging repeat views, which is something recommendation algorithms typically like. So, like I said, I'll upload the shorts to this channel, but also to TikTok and Instagram. An extra advantage of the latter two is that they allow for polls. Statsville used this for questions like the location of the shopping mall. I will of course use it for questions like, hey, shall we lower the ocean a bit? Or, do you think it is meteorite time?
As a small side observation, Twitch Plays Pokemon and Statsville do have one interesting thing in common, which is the sheer amount of lore, memes and fan art their communities produce. I know memes and fan art for this game can be done. Very interested to see if this project will have an effect on the quantity.
But that's something for the future, it's time to start. The live stream will launch exactly 1 week after this video goes live. You can find a link to the Twitch channel in the description, along with links to the Instagram and TikTok accounts if you want to follow the shorts there instead of here on YouTube. Before then, I will need a few things from you. Firstly, starter species. You can save your creations in the game with this button, which will save them as a file on your computer in the same folder as where the save game files are stored. If you have one which you'd like to see in the game, please send them to thesaplingame@gmail.com. Furthermore, I will use this week to design the planet together with the community, so head over to Instagram and TikTok to vote on things like seasons and plant color. Finally, there's one last thing that we need for this project, and that's of course a name. And well, exoplanets are often named after their host star, which in turn is often named after the space mission that discovered it, which in turn is often named after somebody important to the field. And who could be more important to the field of simulation games than Will Wright? So let's name our star Wright 1 and our planet Wright 1b. So life will emerge on Wright 1b 1 week from now. I hope to see you there.